And that's why I'll only support a candidate who ends welfare queens like the NFC East.
Oh, indeed. Ugh. Oh, hello. Join us, why don't you, for a discussion of Week 13 in the NFL. Some say the Browns look bad, but Jimmy Haslam will turn them into a successful pyramid scheme.
And just like the ancient Egyptians, Cleveland Browns fans are a dead culture who can only read pictures.
This is The Sporting Gentleman, brought to you by Citizen. Welcome to The Sporting Gentleman. I'm Matt Ufford, joined by my friend and part-time billionaire Ryan Nanni. Hello, sir.
Hello.
In reviewing Week 13 of the NFL, we are, as always, going to build a Mount Rushmore of the finest four players in the NFL this week.
Absolutely.
Or coaches. We don't know what's going to happen.
Referee. No, never a referee.
Referee. Ryan, start us off.
Let's start with Greg Olsen.
Really?
Carolina Panthers. Not the Panther on offense who normally gets the attention. Cam Newton, totally deserving of all the love and affection and internet hate he gets. But Greg Olsen on a team that has very few reliable receiving options in the sense that, hey, maybe they'll catch this wide open touchdown and maybe they won't.
I hear references to Ted Ginn.
Just sprinkled in there somewhere. Greg Olsen, though, is already having his second best receiving year of his career. We're only 12 games into the season. He has been the best tight end in the NFL not named Rob Gronkowski.
I agree. Probably a nod to Tyler Eifert, but I think for what he does in the offense, old Greg, good friend of ours, is probably the one I'd go with.
Excellent work.
Next to his face, I'm going to put Marcus Mariota on the wall. Unusual for us to go with rookies, but what a day he had. Almost 300 yards passing, 3 touchdowns through the air, and then that 87-yard touchdown run. He's the first Tennessee Titan with 100 yards rushing since December of 2013.
Even more unusual for us to go with the Tennessee Titan on this show.
Yes, and while something should be noted of their opponent being the Jacksonville Jaguars, that was a very fun shootout. Bortles with 5 touchdown passes, Allen Robinson with 3. It could have been any number of Jaguars or Titans on that wall, which is another rare thing to see.
Very confusing right now.
Yes.
I'll go for my next pick with Brandon Marshall, New York Jets superstar.
Really?
Gets the game-tying touchdown for the Jets as they come back to beat the Giants in overtime. This is now his 8th 1,000-yard receiving season. He's had a 1,000-yard receiving season for 4 different teams. Think in your mind, we won't name them because that would be uncouth. Think of the quarterbacks Brandon Marshall's played with. It's not a list of future pro football Hall of Famers.
You know what? He's made it to 1,000 yards with 2 different teams, quarterbacked by Jay Cutler. That's really impressive.
He's like the most talented chef in a school cafeteria. Like, you should really have better resources.
Nope, you're getting Ryan Fitzpatrick. I am going to complete our Mount Rushmore with a coach, one Chip Kelly, who went into New England, and yes, the Patriots are beat up. They were playing without Rob Gronkowski, but got 2 special teams touchdowns and the first red zone pick 6 of Tom Brady's career. The fact that you go in there and beat the Patriots on special teams, but beat them soundly to the tune of "It's the difference in the game." Wow, what a performance, and this has saved the Eagles season.
Possibly saved Chip Kelly's job as well. So
yeah,
that's way to help yourself out. Pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
With his back against the wall, judo tossed Bill Belichick into the wall.
Very impressive.
Very impressive. I believe it's time for our halfwits of the week. Ryan, gong me.
With pleasure.
We have to find 2 scapegoats to blame losses on this week. Who are you going to go with?
Let's start with Matt Ryan of the Atlanta Falcons. Great start to the season for Atlanta.
5-0.
Since that great start, in the last 5 games, Matt Ryan has 8 touchdowns, not great. 7 interceptions, even more not great. They have just collapsed. This team has only scored 30 points in a game twice this season.
Let me guess, it was during those first 5 weeks.
Julio Jones, very healthy.
Yeah,
not exactly sure what's going
Roddy
on
White
here.
Getting better. I think that if we're not going to scapegoat Matt Ryan, the fingers are starting to point towards an offensive coordinator with the last name of Shanahan.
What?
Yes, it's happening.
Seems impossible.
I'm going to go the easy way out. I'm going to blame a kicker this week. Robbie Gould lined up for a game-winning 36-yarder and shanked it. Not even just kind of shanked it. It was wide left and then some. One of 2 missed field goals in the second half for Gould, and ordinarily a very accomplished kicker, but you can't take the chance of putting the ball in Blaine Gabbert's hands in overtime, Ryan.
Yes, you can.
You can.
That's
you can.
true.
You can't actually take that chance.
But
It's still Robbie Gould's fault.
It did. It did not go well. He Bernie Sanders that kick, just way to the left. Way to the left.
Particularly despicable for us. This concludes our discussion of Week 13 in the NFL. Thank you for joining us. Please wipe your feet on the way out. We'll see you next week.